Hello guys, welcome. This is He's here on YouTube. Welcome to my channel. So on this channel I do trainings on the best strategies with which to trade in the forex market, right? So yesterday we began talking about market structure. Market structure is one of the strategies, is one of the approaches with which you can trade in the forex market. There are different approaches in the market, but market structure is one of the approaches that's really fundamental, because it helps you look into the forex market the proper way, right? It's not the only one, but it's one of the ways you look into the market the proper way. You are able to identify the zones. You are able to identify what price is doing, what are the higher highs, what are the lower highs, which points were broken, are we in an uptrend, are we in a downtrend. All of that you are able to learn, you are able to understand using market structure in order to understand what the market is doing, right? Yesterday we began looking at some pairs, and we'll just go over some of them today. We'll look at what we did yesterday, and then we'll be able to look into one or two other pairs in order to be able to see what price is doing and what price is likely to do. Okay, guys, you're welcome again. Let's get right into it. So yesterday we were talking about Euro JPY. So Euro JPY, this was a markup we did yesterday. We did this yesterday, and then we were able to see the market structure of Euro JPY, and our anticipation was that price would likely come here and break this zone. This is actually a zone. I think we'll talk about, I'll do a little bit of training on how to identify zones. I think that will help someone too. Okay, so this was a market structure that was created based on the movements we saw in the market. This was a market structure that was created. Okay, so we marked up this point, and we're expecting probably a break of this market structure, a break of this structure. The blue line there, the light blue strip there is the structure that was created. All right. So what we said was that whenever price moves to a point on in an uptrend, whenever price moves up, then retraces, and then moves to a higher point, it gives us a structure. So when price moves from here, for example, and moves to this point and then retraces, when price moves to a higher point, it gives us a structure. When price moves from here again, retraces, then moves to a higher point, it gives us a structure. So guys, understand that when price moves from a lower point in an uptrend, when price moves from a lower point to a higher point, it forms a higher high. Then it retraces from that point. When it retraces from that point and gives us another higher high, a structure is created. A structure is formed. Okay, so this is how this structure was formed. And then price moved again from here to another higher high, and then retraced. It gave us another structure. Then it moved from this point again, it moved and gave us another higher high, which gave us another structure. All right, so this was the structure we marked out yesterday. And what we said was that if you're in an uptrend, until the recent structure is broken, you will not say that there is a downtrend has resumed. You will not be looking for opportunities to sell. You are always going to be looking to buy until a recent structure is broken. So here now you find that this was a structure, this was a structure, this was a structure. As of yesterday, this was the most recent structure. All right, so something happened in the market yesterday, where there was some economic news event that happened, and then it affected the euro. It was something about the European Central Bank rates and all that. So that happened, and then you can see that price came all the way to this structure, did not break the structure, which means that no one would have been selling this. Even though we looked at it yesterday, this was not a sell. There was no confirmation for a sell. So the structure was broken, and then we could see that when this was created, guess what happened? Let's see the next structure that was formed there. So here we'll pick something here. Okay. So here was a structure. A structure was formed here. A structure was formed above here. Okay. So this structure clearly, guys, was broken by the blue candle. The structure was broken. So the structure broke, and what happened? Price took off from there. and moved up. Price took off from there and moved right up and kept going. Okay, so now let's look at the structure, the current structure. What are we looking at? What are we expecting to happen? What are we expecting to happen right now? Okay, so what are we expecting to happen right now? So let's mark the structure again. So price moved all the way from here, from this structure, moved all the way here, and then came down, gave us one structure there, and moved all the way up here, then came down, then kept going up. Okay, all right. So now the most recent structure definitely sits somewhere here. The most recent structure is definitely somewhere around here. Okay, so that is the most recent structure. The most recent structure is definitely around here. This is where the most recent structure is, guys. All right. So as long as we do not see a break below this blue strip, light blue strip, there is no point for selling, right, guys? There is no point. In fact, when price comes here, if price comes to this point, what you're looking for is going to be a buy. When price comes here, what you're going to be looking for is going to be a buy. So we are not looking for a sell here, guys. All right. So except price breaks below this point, except price breaks this point this way, breaks this point, except price breaks like this, that's when you can be looking for a sell, guys. That's when we can be expecting a sell. As it is right now, there is no opportunity for a sell. So we are seeing that today is most likely going to be another huge buy. But there might be a retracement. There might be a retracement to this zone. There might be a retracement to this zone. Otherwise, there is nothing to look for at this time. There is nothing to look for at this time. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Then let's look into another pair right now. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is another one that has been trending up so much lately. So let's draw the structure. Okay, now let's get rid of these lines. Let's get rid of these. Okay, so you can see, let's draw the structure. Okay, let's draw out this structure. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Is a structure or identifying the market structure. That's what we're doing here. Identifying the market structure. Alright, so when we identify market structure, we can know what is happening in the market at this time. What is happening in the market at this time. Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, so now we can see the latest structure, the most recent structure here. This is the most recent structure, because we know that when price moves from a lower point to a higher point and then pulls back, it gives us a structure. This is the most recent structure right now. This is the most recent structure. So right now we are not seeing anything that tells us for a sell yet. If price breaks and comes back to this zone, comes back here and then breaks this point, when price comes and breaks this point, that's when we can be looking for a sell. If price doesn't break this point, we can be looking for a sell, guys. We can be looking for a sell. And this is not likely to happen today or in the next few days. Okay, so if it doesn't come here and price comes all the way here this way, then you can be looking for a buy all the way. But the truth is that the way this pair is going, if you look at it on a higher time frame, on the daily chart, if you look at this on the daily chart, guys, you will notice that there is a major reversal. A major reversal is imminent, probably somewhere around here. There's a major reversal coming somewhere around this zone. Okay, so we're going to be looking for we're looking for a buy up to around this zone before we can be looking for a sell. So we're looking for a move from all the way from here, all the way from here, all the way from here, from this point, all the way from this point, all the way to this point. That's what we're going to be looking for right now. That's what we're going to be looking for, guys. So until that happens, we won't be looking for a sell. And even when that happens, we're also going to wait for a structure here, a structure that's going to give us an indication for a sell. Okay, so we're going to see a structure, we're going to see lower lows being created. So for a downtrend, you need to see lower lows being created. For an uptrend, you need to see higher highs being created. So even when price hits that point and we're looking for a sell, we are not going to be selling yet. We are going to wait and see structure. We are going to see structure telling us to sell, structure telling us to sell, structure telling us to sell. And by the break of lower lows, by the break of structure giving us lower lows, break of structure giving us lower lows, then we will know that it is time to sell. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We're going to be doing more of this, and then I'll introduce more things to show you guys how to mark out zones. Zones is another way of looking at the market. Okay, so you look at market structure, you look at zones, all of that will help your trading and help you get better, guys. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.